You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition spoilers for Y&R next week, which runs October 9th through 13th. Yes, we wrap on Friday the 13th. It's exciting. It's going to be a spooky October leading up to Halloween. There's a blood moon. There is some kind of lunar eclipse plus a Friday the 13th. So maybe we'll get something a little more exciting happening in Genoa City this week. All right, before I dish the early spoilers for you for next week, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the last few spoilers going on this week because they give you context. At this point, you should have already seen Monday and Tuesday, October 2nd and 3rd. So I'm just going to speed through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to bring you up to where you need to be to process the early spoilers. But hey, if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates. So on Wednesday the 4th, Sally and Nick have a dust up. They talk more about the kiss, and then Nick goes running to Sharon for advice. Meanwhile, Sally runs into Adam at the GCAC, and he kind of apologizes about the kiss, and then he talks about how he's trying to change for family. And she says, "You're lying. You can't fix it, and you're not going to change." She is very upset with him and says, you know, "I just wanted to be your friend, and now you've made that impossible. Stay away." And she walks off. So Nick gets some advice from Sharon that's basically, it's all right. It's, you know, sometimes it takes people longer to process feelings over a breakup, basically telling him he should listen to Sally and not just fly off the handle. And then when he goes over to talk to Sally after she calls, he runs into Adam downstairs at the GCAC, says, "Leave Sally alone." And Adam says he's sorry. And then upstairs, Sally is in tears and tells Nick that she really is falling for him. It's so messy. This just needs to be over for my money. And Adam, meanwhile, heads over to Crimson Lights, runs into Sharon and tells her Sally still loves me. And that's what's bothering Nick, even though Sally just said something completely opposite. But, you know, Adam's just not listening. Then on Thursday the 5th, Jill Abbott, she showed up at the end of Wednesday's episode, and then she'll be on Thursdays. Jill is back to Genoa City to deal with the family issues, and more specifically, Mamie buying Chancellor Winter's stock. Mamie says that she wants to heal the fractured family. She actually wants Nate to leave Newman Enterprises and come back to CW. But Lily is not having any of that. Mamie seems to think that it's all fixable and healable, and she is the one to do the healing. Jill is not liking this one bit, and both Lily and Jill are going to remind her she bought an interest in the company, but not a controlling interest. So it's not like she gets to come in and just boss everybody around. Also on Thursday, Diane Jenkins has an important decision to make. I wonder what that is, because their big vow renewal party is the following day on Friday, October 6th. So Jack and Diane get ready for their big party and celebration, which I'm sure will roll over into the following week. I don't think they're going to unpack it all on Cliffhanger Friday. Also, Phyllis Summers gets a dire warning from Lauren Fenmore. She's not going to listen. Phyllis ain't going to listen to anybody. And she is just, I don't even know. It's like she is pushing to join the tide as she circles the drain. She's making these intentional choices to screw up her life at this point. All right, then the week of October 9th through the 13th, interesting stuff. Summer Newman has a change of heart. What is that about? Is it about Kyle? I mean, he left her, and she did say she wants a divorce. I wonder if the divorce is what she's having a change of heart about, or about him no longer working at Marquette. I don't know. Or if this is something to do with chance. I'm kind of interested, though. Devon grills his dad, Tucker McCall, next week. I mean, I don't think Tucker's going to be honest with him, because Tucker is targeting Jabot just for sport, because he is blaming the Abbotts for Ashley choosing family over him. It sounds like Tucker's being a real petty Betty, and I'm sure that he's not going to be straight with Devon. That's my 2 cents on that. Audra shocks Kyle. That's a huge spoiler. I mean, what could she say that would shock him? If she told him that she was conspiring with Tucker to take over Jabot, that would shock him. If she told Kyle that Tucker is targeting Jabot, that would surprise him. If she told him that she's pregnant, that would really, really, really surprise him. Of course, you know, Y&R isn't too bad about just doing pregnancy plots over and over like some of the other soaps. So we'll just have to wait and see. But she did want a child with Noah and then had a miscarriage. So we'll just have to see what that big news is. And our last early spoiler for the week of October 9th through 13th is Victor implements a plan that he has. And I wonder if that plan is to expose Nate for the grasping dog that he is. Nate is so terrible. I mean, he's not trustworthy, but gosh, I love Sean Dominic. I honestly think he might be the best looking guy on Y&R. Whew. So Victoria scored in that aspect, but I also think that Nate is interested in what's best for Nate and only that. And if Victoria is never going to get power back at Newman Enterprises, then I don't know. I don't know what Nate will do. He does bring her this week. He brings Victoria over for the family event with Jill and with Mamie and all of them over at the GCAC. And he talks about wanting her to be part of his family too, but they've also talked about just keeping things casual. So I'm very interested to see how that all plays out. Please drop your comments below on what you are looking forward to next week and what you think Audra says to surprise Kyle and what you think Summer is changing her mind about. If Summer changes her mind and decides she wants Kyle back, she definitely would pursue him. That's a very Summer thing to do. But if she decides that just as Audra is turning up pregnant, which of course would be very soapy, that would certainly be interesting. We'll just have to wait and see. Hey, come back soon for full weekly Young and the Restless spoilers for the 9th through the 13th. Drop your comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely click like if you enjoyed this early edition spoiler. And yeah, we'll have full weekly 2-week spoilers, casting news, everything you need about your favorite CBS soap. So come back soon. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.